Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's TLSN broadcast between the Grinnell Tigers and the Knoxville Panthers, sponsored by Poly Eyes.
Hey there, I'm Joey Poly-Eye, third-generation owner of Poly Eyes in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polyeye'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Poly Eyes Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
You over to the baseball field this evening. Grinnell taking on Knoxville. Back for another night of baseball/softball action. Last night we were over at the softball field, and Grinnell took on Dallas Center Grimes. This team, Grinnell baseball team, split the series against Dallas Center Grimes, losing 10-0 and winning 6-4 in their second game. Brady Stewart's on the mound tonight for Grinnell. Grinnell comes into the game 16-7. Knoxville coming in at a 5-20 record. Not a little Hawkeye Conference game tonight, just a little out-conference matchup, and the last time these two teams met was all the way back last season in the postseason. Grinnell got that win over Knoxville to move on in the playoff grid, and they won that game 7-6 on the sacrifice squeeze, which probably everybody remembers. And that was Grinnell's 5th win against Knoxville since 2009. So Knoxville has really dominated this series, but Knoxville has been a really good team in the past few years, for a long time I should say, and this year just experienced a little bit of a down year.
Yeah, I think coming back from last year, they graduated quite a few seniors out that definitely made the difference of why the performance of this team is down to only 5 wins. So we'll see what happens tonight. It's actually kind of a nice break for the pitching crew for the Grinnell Tigers. Kind of put the max pitches on the guys the other night, so this gives them an opportunity to rest a little bit and still get a young pitcher in there to get some experience.
Blaze Hubler is on the mound tonight for Knoxville. Up to bat here, I can't see the number. Yeah, Mike Hudson up to bat. That one grounded down on the hop. Colin throws on to first and out for out number 2. So number 2, Ben Olson. The junior comes out for Knoxville. Jaden pitched last night, struggled a little bit, and then Drew pitched last night as well, so that puts Brady on the mound tonight. Expect some surprising things out of Brady tonight. Kid's improving quite a bit, and should be a very exciting game to see what he can do on top of the mound tonight.
Yeah, I think was it against Sheridan he pitched?
Yeah, Sheridan.
And he had pretty good defensive support behind him from the rest of the infield, and he finished the evening out and
only gave up 2 runs. 1 or 2 runs, I can't remember. I think it was 2. 1-1 pitch. Swung on for strike 2. Knoxville has a huge roster, but out of that huge roster, they only have 2 seniors. So despite losing a lot last year, and apparently according to Quick Stats, they have a 6th grader on their team. That's obviously not right, but you know. Luke Spar, I doubt that. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and nobody on. That one grounded down to the third base line, and Owen couldn't get a hold of that one, and Knoxville's going to be safe at first. So the first batter on for the Panthers. Good night of baseball here. And guess what? There's no weather in the area. It's all down south. If this game was in Knoxville, I don't know if we'd be playing, but really good to see nice temperatures and everything else tonight.
Yeah, if we were over at the softball diamonds, you'd be seeing a nice thick black sky behind and looking towards the southwest or southeast, excuse me. But here with blue skies to the north. Last night we had kind of a change up on the weather as it blew through. Took about a 20-minute break. The ever-changing Iowa weather.
Carter Bailey, the junior, up to bat here for Knoxville. He pops that one out to right field. Parker Johnson racing back, and it is going to go past his grip. Knoxville's going to come racing around second. He's got wheels, and he's going to throw And the cutoff man's not going to get there. Knoxville's going to come home, and the Panthers are on the board first. Alex Smith's all the way out there in right field, in for Parker tonight. So Knoxville takes the early 1-0 lead. Looking throughout today we're looking through Grinnell's statistics so far this year, 16-7 coming in, but Grinnell only lost 11 games all of last year. So, I mean, teams can go on good streaks, they can go on bad streaks. Grinnell kind of sitting in the middle, and they got to kind of get past that win-loss kind of mode. You got to kind of start stringing some wins together. Splitting doubleheaders isn't terrible, but it's definitely not something you want to do when you're trying to go for a conference title here.
Well, all importantly, it's what comes even after the conference title is having a nice seeding when you go into that district tournament.
Up top for ball one.
One thing they don't want to do is get that win-loss record evened out, that it puts them in the middle of the bracket, that they end up having to play someone a little bit tougher right off the bat.
Goes down swinging. That'll do it for the top of the first. We're headed to the bottom of the first. Grinnell trails Knoxville 1-0. Alrighty, back for the bottom of the first inning. Blake Hollabaugh is going to lead off for Grinnell. So Hollabaugh for a little bit moved kind of back in the lineup, and now back to the original spot here at that he was at the beginning of the season. Leading off for Grinnell, Blaze Hubler on the mound for the Panthers. Outside on the corner, ball one. Looking at Blaze's stats, 3 starts, 8 appearances, and 0-2 record. He's pitched 17 and 1/3 inning. Allowed 31 hits, ERA of a 7.27, and only 5 strikeouts on the season. Opponent batting average at 333. Outside for ball 3. So possibly one of those Newton nights possibly upcoming, but even then, Grinnell still was in a tight battle with Newton. Right down the middle, strike one.
Blake took a look at that one. I think he's thinking back at his head he probably should have taken a swing, but
has a little bit of wiggle room here at 3-1. Goes down the middle for strike two. So the count's going to load up. We were talking about playoffs just a little bit. The sub-state bracket, or the sub-state pairings just came out a little bit last week. We weren't able to get to them as that one's walked, and Hollabaugh's going to run on to first. Grinnell, pretty much the same as last year. The teams in their sub-state, number 7, Carlisle, Centerville, Osceola, Grinnell, Knoxville, North Polk, Norwalk, and Sadell. Colin Gibson up to bat for Grinnell. Hubler tried to get him off the side there. Swung on for strike one. Apologies here, our camera just shut off for some reason. Trying to get it back on here. There we go. We'll try to zoom that back in where it was before there, as that one's fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, nobody out. Try again on to first, to no avail. May hear a little bit of cheering off to one side. The softball team is playing, but it's JV. It's a JV doubleheader, not varsity. That one's missed, and Hollabaugh runs on to second. I believe that's, yeah, Bodie Cox is the catcher tonight, I think. Correct. Some of Knoxville's numbers are wrong on quick stats, so apologies if we get some of these wrong. Up top for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Colin got a swing of that one, and it's going to line into the gap. Hollabaugh's going to race around third, and he'll just sit there. Great hit by Colin Gibson, and the runners are on the corners as Jaden Gibson steps up to bat for Grinnell.
Stepping into the box next for Grinnell, catcher number 7, Jaden Gibson.
Great spot for Grinnell with runners on the corners and nobody out. I presume we're probably going to see Jaden walked here. Not intentionally. I just think Jaden most likely going to be pretty patient with Hubler here. Outside for ball 1. As Colin scampers over to second base, now on second and third. Last game we did, Jaden hit a home run. See if he can do it again. Grounded that one into the gap. That's just as better. Blake Hollabaugh's going to come home. Stenberg waving home Colin Gibson. Jaden goes to second. And he is safe. He did get in safe. So Grinnell puts up 2 runs. The RBI double by Jaden Gibson.
Courtesy runner for Grinnell is
And Gavin McFarland's going to go run out for Jaden down there.
Now batting for Grinnell, shortstop number 23,
Jake Cole up to bat. Jake had a huge double in Game 2 against Dallas Center Grimes last night, and that really helped propel Grinnell past that one. Yeah, bases were loaded. The one time I came over here to get pictures is when it happened. Caught the best moment. Productive when needed. Gibson on, or McFarland on second. Up top for ball 1. Still no outs. Runner on second. Grinnell leads over Knoxville 2-1. 1-0. Down the dirt for ball 2. Knoxville played last night against Clark in a doubleheader. They won the first game 7-6 and then lost the second game 6-7. Before that, we were on a pretty good sized losing streak. 4 of Knoxville's wins this season have come in doubleheaders. The other one being Sheridan, winning 7-1, and then 16-14. Jeez. 3-0. Jake just watched that one go right down the middle. 3-1. Foul. That'll load up the count. Full count, 1 on second. Nobody out. Hubler's pitch goes outside. Gavin's going to take off to third. And he's going to be safe. Safe at third because the ball was dropped just a little bit. So everybody's safe. Runners back at the corners, and out comes Alex Smith. Gavin knew right what to do there, sliding in.
Alex Smith.
Hopefully the internet working a little bit better tonight. We figured out that the Wi-Fi that we're running off of, the schools, just kind of, fell asleep last night.
Yeah, a little bit throttled back, but switched over and we have a new hotspot in here, so it's making a big difference so far.
Runners at the corners. Throw on to first for the pickoff, to no avail. It doesn't happen a lot, but as a pitcher, it's got to be satisfying when they can pull that off. Alex gets hit by that pitch, and the bases are going to be loaded with nobody out. I like Alex's mentality. Get hit with the pitch, and you still sprint on to first.
I don't think there's much satisfaction of getting hit by a pitch.
No, I don't think there's satisfaction, no. It'll sting.
YouTube only.
Still blocked on Facebook.
We got
Tonight's game is being televised on YouTube.
So Knoxville's going to have a little bit of a break here just to figure out what's going on the mound with Hubler here, and obviously not the greatest situation to be in with down 2-1. Not on Netflix. Not on Netflix yet. Maybe we can get there. I don't know. Yeah, props to everyone watching. You could be watching the College World Series right now, but you're watching this. That's some baseball right there. It's good to see the softball players out here tonight supporting the boys baseball team.
Number 5, Nick Williams.
So Nick Williams up to bat now with the bases loaded. Nick is yet to hit a home run in his high school career. Now be a great time. I don't know the last time, maybe I asked this earlier in the season. I don't know the last time Grinnell has had a player hit a grand slam.
as in bases loaded grand slam.
Yeah. Over the fence home run. Down for strike one. My guess is that it maybe wasn't even a home run over the fence. It was just maybe an inside the park grand slam.
I think a nice pop to center field turning into an air would be a nice hit right now.
One ball, one strike, nobody out, bases loaded. As Nick stares right back at that faded Tiger batter's eye back there. It's going to get repainted one day. Grounds that one to the batter's box. We're on deck. Yeah, I guess it's mixed opinions. Do people want to actually see the Tiger's eye or the batter's eye back there, or keep it? You never know. But beautiful fence lining with the stuff all around the field. Really looks nice. Nick pops that one out to right field, and everybody's going to stay put. So no sacrifice fly, and Grinnell will keep them stranded. The bases loaded, and now comes out Owen Kaufman.
Owen Kaufman.
I think that you should make that kind of that material that when the wind blows, the eyes wink at you, and they'll close.
Oh, gosh. That might be a little scary. It's supposed to intimidate. Well, I mean, yeah.
And we'd only do that when the opposing team's up to bat.
Fouled on. Back behind home plate here. If you're watching the stream, make sure to hit that like button. Hit subscribe. We just passed 600 subscribers on the channel, so that's pretty cool. Got any suggestions? Go to our website, contact us about any sponsorship information if you'd like to sponsor. Owen Kaufman grounds that one. Is it going to get to the gap? No. Thrown on to first. Out for out number 2, but Grinnell brings Gavin home, and their lead extends to 3-1.
Stepping up to the plate next for Grinnell. First baseman number 13,
This is Drew Kaufman up to bat now. Last time we were here, Drew made an acrobatic grab to finish the deal against Oskaloosa. See what he can do on the batting side. 2 on, 2 outs. Outside for ball 1.
A little bit of the side joke from Coach Stenberg was that was the most he could jump.
Well, yeah, was it that he didn't need to jump? Yeah, he didn't even need to jump. Well, Drew said that. He didn't think he needed to jump. Drew got a huge piece of that one. It's going to line over the center fielder's head. Oh, my goodness. Jake Hull's going to come home. Alex Smith's going to come home, and Kaufman sits on second. I didn't think he had that in him. Grinnell leads 5-1. Wow, that was a rip.
Nice little pop there.
Well, it wasn't an error like you said, but it was over.
Now batting for the Tigers, center fielder
Brock
number
Beck up
2,
to bat now.
Brock Beck.
Drew really wanted that first home run. Fell just short. 2 on, 2 outs. Or 1 on, 2 outs. Outside for ball 1.
Actually, Jamie, he threw 47 on Monday. He threw 47 on Monday.
1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Grinnell leads 5-1 over Knoxville here on the bottom of the first.
That's right.
Brock Beck goes swinging there for strike 1.
That's right. Over 65.
3 hits already for Grinnell. 1 error on the board. Knoxville, 1 run came on 1 hit. Strike 2.
Brock's kind of reaching to the far side for that one.
Got to find the happy medium here. Grinnell's already gotten all the way through their batting order here. 1-2. 2-2. Schaefer says it's going to be down and away. Let's see if it's down and away. Oh, done early. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Brock rocks that one down to the shortstop, and he'll throw on to first. Did he get there? Oh, so he was out. So that'll finish the first inning. We're headed to the top of the second. Grinnell leads over Knoxville 5-1 after 1.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pauley, third generation owner of Pauley in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polyiesgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pauley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Maid and Broad Street.
Caleb Striegel up to bat here for Knoxville to start the top of the second inning. Coming into the game, Grinnell averaged 5 runs per contest. Knoxville just below 5 at 4.7. Runs against Knoxville 8.5. Grinnell sitting at 2.5. Surprisingly, Knoxville comes into this contest with more hits. 171, Grinnell 150. Yeah, 2-8 conference does make a difference, but 1-1. Grounded to third. On the hop. Throw to first. Out for out number 1. Really great play there from Kaufman to Kaufman.
Now batting for the Panthers, first baseman number 12, Kyle Ramsey.
Never had to deal with gnats up here that much, but seems like quite a few gnats up here. That one's crushed to left field. Hollabaugh's going to keep going back, and it is caught at the warning track. Out for out number 2.
Now batting for Knoxville, catcher number 15, Bodie Cox.
Pitcher Bodie Cox up to bat.
Tying a shoe there. Pecker gnats.
Just outside, ball.
1-0 grounded. Nice play by Owen. Throw on to first to his brother. Out for out number 3. That retires the side. To the bottom of the second we go. Grinnell leads 5-1 over Knoxville.
To the top of the order for Grinnell, left fielder number 22, Blake Hollabaugh.
Blake Hollabaugh up to start the bottom of the second inning. Grinnell leads 5-1 over Knoxville. Grinnell already at the top of their batting order.
Yeah, nice inning on the first inning. They made it all the way through, and in fact, Blake was getting excited. He's going to get up for another one. So.
Blake rounds that one to right field. Going to be just foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Hollabaugh again, grounded, foul. Looks like the JV games are concluded for the night. Well, no, one game is, because they started at. Oh, so
So this is game 2.
yeah, looks like they finished up over there. Hollabaugh fouls that one again.
They started like at 5.
Count still, no balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. Hollabaugh cracks that one to left field, and it'll go foul. I mean, it barely went foul.
I'll just leave the foul ball up on the scoreboard here.
One of those at-bats where you're just kind of stuck in that continuous run. The 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. I think Blake's one of the better on the team that can fight back from an 0-2 count to kind of work it back full. Guess what? Foul ball. Down the right field. Inner line.
One of these days I'm just going to yell out, foul ball!
1-2 pitch by Hubler. 3-1. Or no, whoa,
2-2.
2-2. Wow. Whoa. I lost it there. That one fell in there for 3-2. So there you go. Not it. Full count.
It fell. It fell right to the ground.
Yeah. Good pitch. Just a little bit outside. Full count for Blake Hollibaugh. Wow.
I'm just going to leave this up.
Yeah.
Says foul ball.
Foul ball. Man. The crowd's even getting into it here. Dugout's getting into it. Hubler going to try to finish. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hollibaugh sends it to the gap. Knoxville made a great play, but he's going to be safe at first. All of that. 11 pitches in that little stint.
And I think he hit on 8 of them.
Man.
Or at least 7 of them, anyway.
Colin Gibson out to bat now for the Grinnell Tigers. Colin, the freshman, having a really good year. 71 at-bats, 22 hits, 6 doubles, 1 triple, 5 RBIs. Batting average of .310. Back on to first. To no avail. 1 out, no outs, 1 on. Collins shoots that thing way up in the air. Knoxville comes up to make the play. Out for out number 1. So now steps up his older brother, Jaden Gibson, up to bat for Grinnell.
Number 7, Jaden Gibson.
Jaden obviously the top man on this team. 23 hits, 4 doubles, 3 home runs, 20 RBIs. Batting average of .348 on the season. Hollibaugh on first, 1 out. That one grounded down to the second baseman. Throw on to second. Going to be safe. Throw on to first. Or throw on second was out. Throw on first was safe. So Gibson sits on first, and out comes Jake Cole with 2 outs. So Jaden Gibson's going to come running off. Gavin McFarland's going to run for him.
Now batting for the Tigers, shortstop, number 23, Jake Cole.
One thing's for sure, if you're in right field, that is tough looking into the sun because there's no clouds to block what's coming.
A little bit on the blazing side.
1 on first. Gavin dives back. Safe. J. Cole rips that one to left field, got past the third baseman. Gavin McFarland's going to round second. He's headed for third. Jake's going to run to second. Everybody's going to be safe, and it's a double for Jake Cole. His hitting has improved immensely ever since last season.
Right fielder, number 20,
Alex Smith. Possible starting quarterback coming up to bat. Definitely in consideration for this upcoming school year. He's fun to watch on the football field. 2 outs, 2 on. Alex crushes that one into the gap, and this is going to bring home a run. Jake's going to be waved. No, he's going to be held at third. Gavin McFarland runs home, and it's an RBI single for Alex Smith. And Grinnell takes the 6-1 lead.
Now batting for Grinnell.
They really like that left side of the field.
Nick Williams.
Tonight seems like they've been doing a good job of just putting the ball anywhere. I mean, right to left, left to right.
Yeah, we had one
down
in
the
center. Yeah. Let's see what Knoxville's doing here.
When Hallball was up to bat, he put 3 fouls to the left and 2 fouls to the right.
2 outs, runners at the corners. Nick Williams up to bat here for the Tigers. And he's hit by pitch. Load the bases up. And Owen Kaufman steps up to the batter's box.
Now batting for Grinnell. Third baseman, number 12, Owen Kaufman.
Owen, was he hit by pitch last time?
Nope.
He was just, yeah. Got a
He
hit.
was thrown out at first base.
Oh, correct.
And he's going to go.
Hit by that pitch. So Jake Cole comes home. And Grinnell leads 7-1 over Knoxville here in the bottom of the second.
Now batting for Grinnell, first baseman, number 13, Drew Kaufman.
The game we did last week, Drew, Owen's brother, took 2 hits at the mound, literally.
Yeah.
One in the shin
Literally.
and one in the knee. Or one in the right at the waistline.
Drew fighter. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Drew rips it to the third base line. Had a good power on it. That'll do it for the bottom of the second inning.
51 total pitches.
We're trucking on to the top of the third. Grinnell leads over Knoxville 7-1. Logan Clark leads off here in the top of the third for the Knoxville Panthers. They trail Grinnell 7-1. They got that 1 hit in the first inning, and that pretty much did it. That was all she wrote for Knoxville so far, but still a lot of baseball left. As Brady Stewart back on top of the mound, that one inside for ball 1. Nice student section tonight. Pretty good for a Tuesday night ball game. Quite a few of the parents from the softball game came over. Right down the middle, strike 1. Great play by Brady. You know, from when we watched Brady earlier in the season, even as the game went on, he just seemed to improve.
Yeah, I think the big thing is confidence on top of that mound. You know, having the ability to play with older infield that is used to having, you know, I'm not saying he's not a quality pitcher because obviously he's doing a good job tonight. He's getting some good pitches out there.
2 appearances, 1 start, 1-0 record, 6 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts. Fouled. 3-2. An opponent batting average only at 91, I'd say not terrible. And for a freshman, a lot of time to grow. So a bright future for Stewart. Walk that batter. And Knoxville heads to first base.
Back to the top of the order for the Panthers.
So
Shortstop,
we have
number 3, Colton Jones.
made it back for the top of Knoxville's batting order, and this is Colton Jones, the junior, up to bat. One on, nobody out. Owen grounded down. Owen throws on to second. Can they get the double play? And he's going to be safe at first. Good play, though, by Owen, who's made really good plays all evening there at third base. Just couldn't quite turn the double play. One out, one on. And this is Hudson up to bat for the Panthers. One out, runner on first. Knoxville pops that one up in the infield. Drew's going to run up and make the grab. Out for out number 2.
Stepping into the box next for the Panthers, third baseman number 2,
Ben Olson, the junior, up to bat now for Knoxville. Two outs, one on. Down the middle for strike one. We'll be back here on YouTube and Facebook since we will be able to get that back. Well, never mind. We're just going to let Facebook go. We're going to be on YouTube Friday night for the softball game. The top-ranked Indianola Indians come into town to take on the Grinnell Tigers in the softball diamond. Coach Doty and his girls are going to try to get one of the biggest upsets Coach Doty's ever pulled in his coaching tenure here at Grinnell High School. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first for Knoxville. Grounded to left field, foul. A little bit of a breeze tonight. Not as much as last night, for sure.
No, kind of coming out of the southwest.
Strike 3, Brady Stewart got him swinging, and we're headed to the bottom of the third. Grinnell leads over Knoxville, 7-1.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third-generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Brock Beck going to lead off for Grinnell here in the bottom of the third. Grinnell leads 7-1 over Knoxville. Trivia night stumping people out here. Swung on and missed for strike 1.
No. Nationally.
Everybody stumped because it's in the National League. Brock lines that one to left field. Is it going to stay fair? Just foul. We got more people coming up here.
Someone already answered correctly or
Not yet.
some Rivera?
No.
Mario.
National League. He was in the American League.
Mel Bangoon?
No.
No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Brock grounds that one to the shortstop and on to first for out number 1.
Remember, folks, It's National League player, not American League. Now batting for the Tigers. Left fielder, number 22, Malik Halaba.
Back around the top of the order already.
Third at-bat of the night. And in the third inning, too. Blake swings that one to right field. Is Knoxville going to be able to get there? Yes. Makes a nice running grab in the sun. Out for out number 2.
You're right. Now batting for the Tigers. Second baseman, number 6, Colin Gibson. Hey, who got it?
Colin Gibson up to bat. Strike 1.
He was right. What's your name? Reagan Roberts.
And that one fouled. Trivia was guessed correctly.
There is a winner.
I think he's from Knoxville. Back on the third. Third baseman's not making a lot of great plays tonight. First baseman didn't make a great play, and Colin Gibson's going to run on to second after that missed throw. First error of the night for Knoxville, and Grinnell has one on second.
Now batting for the Tigers, the catcher, number
Jaden
7,
Gibson up to bat now for Grinnell with 2 outs and 1 on second. See what Hubler throws Gibson here. 2 outs, 1 on second. Down the dirt, 4-1.
Definitely a little bit harder looked for that second base throw. Colin's going to test him quite a bit.
I wonder how many times this season Colin's been on base and Jaden's up to bat. Or how many times both of them have been able to get up at the same
That's,
exact time. That's probably a...
It's a little outside of the, right on the edge of the box, I would say.
There was one on the edge just a few pitches ago. Jaden rocks that one to left field. Is it going to be able to drop? It might. Yes, it does. Wow, Colin Gibson's going to come home easily. Jaden's going to sit on first. So a nice little dropper right there, a little blooper, and Grinnell leads 8-1. RBI single for Jaden.
Courtesy runner for Grinnell is
So Gab McFarland's going to step up.
McFarland. Now batting for the Tigers, shortstop, number 23, Jake Hall.
I won't be able to pull up any stats. Looks like my computer froze.
Jake's leading the team in batting average and hits.
Yeah, it seemed about right. Jake leading in batting average and hits so far this season. He's done a wonderful job. Gab McFarland on first. Jake rocks that one to center, and is it going to bloop again? Yep. Yes, it does. Gab McFarland on third, and they're going to hold him. So runners at the corners, and once again, Jake Cole with another great hit. Just impressive. Very impressive.
It's either at a point now where that sun is that they just can't get their eye on it, because it seems like they seem pretty confident where they're running, but they're just not putting the glove where the ball is.
Still 2 outs, runners at the corners, and Alex Smith is up to bat. He had a nice hit last time. Alex pops this one up to left field, and it'll be foul.
The left fielder made a great effort at that. About 6 steps.
He went for that one. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, down in the dirt. 1-1. Just outside, ball 2. Alex dropped. Knoxville kind of let it just bounce down, and Gav McFarland comes home, make it 9-1. An RBI single for Alex. Jake sits on second, Alex on first, and Knoxville's going to call a timeout. Okay, my computer's back up and running. For a second, it wouldn't let me open Google. I thought it, for some reason, deleted it. But we're all good. Let's take a quick break and listen from our sponsor, Pauly Ice Pizza, as Knoxville possibly going to make a pitching change.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pauly, third generation owner of Pauly in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit PaulyEyesGrinnellIA.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pauly Eyes Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
All right, well, we got a minute here. They're switching out on the mound. We just wanted to give a little plug for our weekly podcast that we do every Monday night. It's released between 4 and 7 o'clock. We usually choose coaches throughout the Grinnell Tiger system. We've also brought in a few of the educators for activities in the past for the music and drama department. So tune in every Monday afternoon. Follow us on our website, www.tigersln.com, or you can add that tigerssl.com with Podbean after that. We are also on all popular platforms for live streaming.
So Nick Williams up to bat now for Grinnell. 2 outs. Runners on second and third. This is, let me get the pitcher here. This is Jackson Zuck, the sophomore, on the mound. Nick Williams knocks that one to left. It's going to be fair. J. Cole gets on his high horse, races home, and out at third. So that'll do it for the run counts. Okay, just making sure. That'll do it for the end of the third inning. We're headed to the top of the fourth. Grinnell leads 10-1 over Knoxville. Alrighty, we're back for the top of the fourth inning. Carter Bailey leading off for Knoxville. Brady Stewart's still on the mound. Jaden Gibson's still catching. We did have Dodge Sauser out there catching for a little bit. Got a little bit of love from the coach there as he came off. That one lined over Owen's head, down for a base hit. Hallball hops on top of it, throw on to second, and Knoxville will just stay first. 10 hits for Grinnell. I want to think that might be the most this year, but might have had. Well, Albia was probably our best. Yeah. Great pitch down for strike one. Yeah, top of the fourth, 10-1. Grinnell leads over Knoxville. Knoxville's next game will be Thursday night at Sheridan. They're on a big road trip here. As that one's thrown on to first, out for out number one. Yeah, Grinnell, Sheridan, Davis County, doubleheader on Friday. Then July 1st, they head to Nevada. So, pretty busy.
For Knoxville, right fielder number 8, Caleb Striegel.
Striegel up to bat now for Knoxville. Grinnell's next game will be at Pella Christian on Wednesday night, then back here against Indianola on Friday, and then July 1st against Indianola. Then a big road trip. Pella doubleheader at Perry, at Williamsburg, at Nevada, at South Tama. We will not be there for any of those games, but we'll probably, well, I say we, but I'll probably make a trip out to one of those games to go watch. Runners at the corners now for Knoxville with one out. This is number 12, Kyle Ramsey up to bat now. Are they going to have a replacement runner here? Yep. Courtesy runner for Knoxville.
Pinch runner for Knoxville is number 5, Evan Eck.
Yeah, sophomore Evan Eck.
Now batting for
Courtesy
Knoxville,
runner.
first baseman,
So
number
this
12,
is Kyle Ramsey up to bat now for Knoxville with one out, runners at the corners. That one lined deep to center field. Brock gets underneath of it. And Knoxville will bring a run home on the sacrifice fly, so that'll keep one on second.
16 and 7.
So Grinnell's lead cut down to 10-2.
Now batting for the Panthers, catcher number 15, Bodie Cox.
So the catcher now up to bat, Bodie Cox. A little bit of cloud cover, just kind of in over baseball diamond. Soon the lights will be on, yes. 2 outs, runner on first. Great pitch, strike one for Brady Stewart. No balls, 1 strike. Just down low outside for ball 1. One pitch. This one crushed deep. Brock Beck's going to race back, and he makes the grab. What a catch by the center fielder. Who says he's not just a baseball player and a wrestler?
Courtesy of Tiger Sports.
Headed to the bottom of the 4th.
Brady Stewart, 43 pitches.
Grinnell leads 10-2 over Knoxville. So starting the bottom of the fourth, Grinnell leads 10-2 over Knoxville. Owen Kaufman up to bat here for Grinnell. Nice little grounder down to second. Throw on to first. In time for out number one.
Now batting for the Tigers. First baseman, number
Drew
13,
Kaufman now,
Drew
his
Kaufman.
older brother up to bat.
Drew's had a couple nice little hits, placing them out in the field.
This is Jackson Zuck's second appearance all season, as he throws a really nice strike there. 1 1/3 innings pitched, allowed 5 hits, 6 runs, and a 31.50 ERA.
He gives a interesting smile right before he throws.
Ball 1. Gotta like character. I mean, it's working. Strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Wow, got him. Strike 3. Drew heads to the dugout. Out comes number 2 center fielder Brock Beck.
Now batting for Grinnell. Center fielder, number 2, Brock Beck.
Coming off that really good catch. He's probably got a little bit of high energy.
Grinnell's in a little bit different position than they have been. 2 outs on the boards right off the bat, but
Up top for ball 1.
the last couple innings they've done quite well with 2 outs on the board, so we'll see what comes out of this hit.
Oh, nice.
Is that fair? No, it's going to be fouled. Man, I thought it just barely bounced over that third base. Counted down as a foul, so the count is 1-1. Brock soars that thing, and it'll bounce foul. Yeah, update if you're a College World Series fan. Vanderbilt's out wearing their really good uniforms, and they're up 3-0 against Michigan, so it looks like we're probably going to head to a game 3. Good for those TV ratings. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Brock. Yeah, that was a really weird way that ball bounced. Count is 1-2. And another foul. This one, first one into the cornfield tonight. Or into the, not the cornfield, just the field behind. Hasn't happened yet this evening. One, 2. Outside for ball 2. You see a little bit of the adjusting of the camera. We're just trying to get some different things so it's easier to see the hit or see the batter in the pitcher, but also if it's hit out, try to get some good zooming out of it. And the dirt ball 3. It'll still be the last game of the season, and we'll still be experimenting with camera angles and stuff.
The more sponsors, the more toys, the more cameras.
So if you want to sponsor, we'd love to talk with you. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Just foul again. Thank you to Paulie Ice Pizza for being our sponsor as of right now, our only sponsor. Voted the best pizza in the state of Iowa 2 years in a row by KCCI. Hands down, the best pizza in the state of Iowa. Full count. That one bounced off the third baseman's chest. He'll throw on to first, and the throw is not in time. It goes a little wild. Brock's going to use his speed and get to second, and he is safely safe. And it's a double for Brock off the... not going to be counted as an error, but... never mind, it's going to be counted as an error.
Back to the top of the order for the Tigers.
Blake Hallbaugh up for the fourth time.
Blake Hallbaugh.
That's pretty good. 4 innings, 4 at-bats. He's having a good night.
Well, and as I mentioned earlier, it seemed like when we sit with those 2 outs, the bats kind of rally a little bit.
Strike 1. Yeah. Mercy rule is 10 after 5. But I think both these teams got a little bit more left in them here.
That was a knee checker for Blake.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on second. Brock is really wanting to lead off here. Inside for ball 2. Two one. Blake sends that one to left field. It's going to be foul. Almost hit our precious Grinnell golf cart. Man, what would we ever do? 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. That one high, up for ball 3. Full count. Got him. Strike 3. Retires the side. Headed to the top of the 5th. Grinnell leads over Knoxville 10-2.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, 3rd generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polley'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Logan Clark leads off here in the top of the 5th inning. Grinnell leads over Knoxville 10-2. 11 hits for Grinnell, only 3 for Knoxville. 2 errors for the Panthers, 1 for the Tigers. Down the middle for strike 1 starts Brady Stewart. Oh, 1. Swung on for strike 2. Down low for ball 1. That one grounded down to second baseman. Jake Cole throws on to first, out for out number 1. Nice routine play. Last night during the softball game against DCG, Grinnell, was it in the first game or the second game? Hannah Sophia Behrens was pitching, and a common problem was Hannah was having illegal pitches, as the umpire was saying. We at the time really didn't know what the reason was, but after I looked it up just a little bit more studying this afternoon, if we didn't already explain it, Hannah's back foot should have slid on the dirt. She was picking it up, and that was what was causing the illegal pitches at the beginning of the game. Again, we're not that knowledgeable about softball, so we couldn't really provide a great example, but I just wanted to get that across for what we missed yesterday. But it didn't look anything different from what she's pitched all year, so interesting. It was an interesting called game yesterday, but
Yeah, and as the in the pitcher's circle, as the rubber got actually kind of dirtied up and they couldn't see it as much, it seemed like that call went away through the evening.
Yeah. But nonetheless, props to Hannah. Pitched really good 2 games. She's here tonight watching this game, and really, really well done game last night. 2 balls, 1 strike. Down the dirt for ball 3. Three, 1, strike 2. Just grazed the strike zone. Good pitch by Brady. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody on. That one crushed to grounded to third. And did he get him? Yes, he did. Wonderful play by Drew Kaufman and Owen Kaufman. They seem to really work together a lot. Out for out number 2.
Number 11, Mike Hudson.
And Mike Hudson up to bat now for the Panthers. Knoxville possibly staring at their last possible hitter of the night if Grinnell can put up 2 runs here in the 5th. Falls in for ball 1 outside. One-oh. Grounded. Nice play by Drew Kaufman. Out for out number 3. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Grinnell leads 10-2 over the Knoxville Panthers.
Am I allowed to say we got screwed on the air?
Just did. We're back with Coach Doty here. Coach, we didn't get to talk to you last night, but we just wanted to have you come up here and talk with us a little bit. Obviously, 2 losses last night, but the first game was really good. And, I mean, despite the loss, what's the positives coming out of last night?
Well, I think the positive is the first 6 innings, I think we played the best softball we played all year.
Yeah.
You know, Dallas Center Grimes is a great team. They're ranked 5th in state. And, you know, we were ahead 4-2 going in the 7th inning. We even got the first runner out in the 7th. And, you know, then we just kind of fell apart a little bit. But, you know, we played 6 innings, like I said, of the best ball we've played all year. So we're just trying to focus on that, build on that. And, you know we have to play 7 full innings to beat teams like that, and we just didn't do it.
Hannah, coming into the game last night, you know, there was a little bit of concern. Hannah was probably going to have to pitch both games, and she did. She went through everything last night, got cleated in the throat. I mean, everything thrown her way, but she was able to make it through. What does that say about her and her mentality as she keeps going on this season?
Yeah, I think it says a lot about her. I think it says that, number one, she's grown up a lot. She's really matured this year. She never could have done that last year as a freshman. And, she's still just a sophomore. But, yeah, to pitch 15 innings against one of the best teams in state and really pitch really well, I know the first game, she ended up giving up 6 runs, but only 2 of them were earned. The second game, she was getting a little bit tired, obviously, and they hit her a little bit more. But, she battled and did everything she could to give us a chance to win.
You had 2 JV games tonight, doubleheader. Those don't happen a lot. Does that really help that JV team grow when it's doubleheader back at home?
Absolutely it does. And, I wish we could do more of those, honestly. It's hard to get those games in because you're playing so many nights. But it was a great night for those kids because, number one, I like to have them be the showcase, right? Normally they're playing, the first game before the varsity, and not everybody's here yet. And it was a great crowd tonight. It's good for them, just developmentally to play. They played 10 innings tonight, so that's how you develop kids, is just you playing live action, getting live at bats. So it was a good night for them.
How do you prepare the team's mindset knowing that one of the best teams in the state, Indianola, is coming here on Friday night?
Well, we're worried about Pella Christian first.
Right.
So, we haven't mentioned Indianola, but it's funny because I was talking with DCG's coach last night after the game, and, he asked me who we had the rest of the week, and I told him we got at Pella Christian tomorrow, or Wednesday, and then the 2 with Indianola here Friday. He's like, somebody's got to beat them.
Yeah.
It might as well be you.
Yeah.
It's not like they're undefeated.
No.
They've been beat before. They're really good, obviously. They have 2 really good pitchers, but again, if we put 7 full innings together of solid baseball, in all 3 phases, offense, defense, base running, we'll have a shot.
Thank you for coming up here. Again, good luck tomorrow night, and on Friday night we'll be at the Softball Diamond catching up with you guys on Friday night. And good luck to you guys the rest of this week.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Three-one pitch, 1 out, nobody on. Jaden Gibson up to bat. Always good to talk with Coach Doty as Jaden walks to first base. His team went through a lot last night. And, like he said, that was one of the best games I've ever seen them play in that first inning, or in that first game. And, even when we're sitting there in the booth, it's like I said, I just didn't expect it.
No, and right, like you said, right up until the 7th, end of the 6th, when you had a couple errors, but they still battled through it. And you can see that Hannah's arm was starting to get a little bit tired, but into the 7th, that's all it takes is one or 2 errors, and it just puts everything out of place. But he's spot on. That was a game to watch for anyone if it was their first game or second game or whatever. It was a good game all the way up until that point.
And knowing tough game Friday night, obviously you said you got to focus on Pella Christian tomorrow night, but I think there is optimism to be had for Friday night. I know they're the best team one of the best teams in the state, but I really don't think it's going to affect the team too much, and I think they will be a really exciting game Friday night.
Right, and one thing you didn't ask is what the condition of Meredith McKnight is, if she's going to be able to put some pitching in, or if it's going to be right back to Hannah. Surely there's got to be some rotation because of only a one-night break. I know they do it. They don't have to have a pitch restriction like the boys do, so it's all how much ice they can get on their arm and get back in there.
While we're talking, Kyle Ramsey, the junior, is going to be the 3rd pitcher on the mound tonight for Knoxville, as Knoxville possibly faces the end of this game as Gab McFarland's on first base, 1 out, and this will be, I think Jay Cole's going to be up on the mound, or up to bat here, upcoming. But while they're taking a break, let's hear for a quick word from our sponsor, Polly Eyes Pizza.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, 3rd generation owner of Polly Eyes in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polyeye'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polly Eyes Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
J. Cole up to bat here in the bottom of the 5th. Grinnell leads 10-2 over Knoxville. Got McFarland on first base. Kyle Ramsey, the junior, up on the mound. Nice little sunset, probably to our left. We just can't really see it. Outside for, or upstairs, I should say, for ball 1. Jake has had a really good night of baseball so far. Really impressive. And there's another one. This thing's crushed to left field. And it is gone. Oh my goodness. Jake Hull sends one out of the ballpark. Bye-bye baseball. It really had a quick carry. Not really knew if it went through, and that's going to do it for this ball game. What a way to finish it. Grinnell wins 12-2 over Knoxville thanks to Jake Hull's 2-run shot.
That's a great way to walk it off, folks. Hey, Knoxville.
And there it is. It's a walk-off.
At Sheraton. Good luck down there, Panthers. The Tigers will be back
Makes it
in
kind of a
action
short
tomorrow night.
evening for the
They
Grinnell
travel to
Tigers,
Christian to face the Eagles.
but it gives them also a little bit more opportunity to have some rest out there for the
Really
pitchers.
nice, yeah, really nice play by Jake Cole. I mean, that thing was crushed. It really carried. We didn't really know if it was going to be gone, but it cleared the fence line, and that'll finish the ball game. Grinnell wins 12-2 over Knoxville. Probably sit down with Coach Stenberg and a player here soon. Probably Jake Cole.
Brady Stewart was the winning pitcher of the night.
Yeah, really great job by Brady Stewart, only allowing 3 hits and 2 runs. It's a final from Grinnell in 5 innings. Grinnell wins 12-2 over Knoxville. Alrighty, we are back after the game. Grinnell wins over Knoxville 12-2. Brady Stewart, Coach Stenberg here with us in the booth. Guys, first of all, congratulations on the win. Brady, I'll start with you. This is only your second ever start. How did you pitch that type of game tonight?
Just kind of doing my thing. I didn't really have a goal. It was just throw strikes, do what I can do, get the team ahead, put us in the spot to win. So.
Non-conference opponent Knoxville to finish it in 5 innings. Does that kind of give you a sigh of relief? You don't have to keep going.
Yeah, I know. The boys backing me up back there, hitting the ball really well, bringing in the run. So that really gets the job done.
How does this build your confidence as the season goes forward?
Me being young, I'm not really throwing as hard as most of the other kids, but kind of puts me in a spot like I know I can do it. So just do my thing and not worry too much about it. So.
Coach, I'll go to you. Non-conference opponent Knoxville. But still a good momentum builder as you get a little farther into the conference here?
Yeah, for sure. We've been working on our offense like crazy. So when you have an offensive night like that, no matter who you're playing, it builds confidence and something you try to build on, and hopefully that's what we're going to do with it.
10 hits or 12 hits tonight. Obviously one of the better performances since Sheridan, I believe. Is that a good time to get going, or does it kind of depend on the opponent, or do you think the hitting is improving as the season's going on?
I think it's progressing. I think guys are working really, really hard at it. A goal of ours has been to play our best baseball in July, and we're creeping closer to July here. So this time of year that we want to be playing our best baseball and be consistent, and we're progressing in that direction.
You have a big game against Indianola doubleheader on Friday night. Indianola is obviously one of the best teams in the Little Hawkeye Conference last year. What's the mindset for the team, I guess, going forward to Friday night?
Before that, we played tomorrow night at Pella Christian, so that we're not looking past them for sure.
Right,
they beat us twice already. Just finishing the week off strong. We're 3-0 on the week right now, or no, 2-1 on the week right now, and we're working to win 3 more games, and that's got to start Wednesday night with Pella Christian. Then obviously you mentioned Indianola, who's a very good team as well on Friday.
Final question. Last night you guys had the doubleheader. Obviously a hard loss in that first game, and the win in the second game. How do you build that confidence back up to the team, coming into this week as a tough week in the Little Hawkeye Conference?
They know each night's a test. Our goal tomorrow night is just be one step better than we were today. If we do that, good things will happen, and that's going to be our goal, continue going forward. Is just no more steps backwards, and just keep moving forward. Whether that means wins or losses, I don't know, but if we're playing our best baseball, that's all that we can ask for at this point.
Well, we get to go home early tonight thanks to you guys, so congratulations on the win and good luck the rest of the week.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third-generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.